packed in there.
Stars at night are big and bright, deep in the heart of Texas.
Artie Johnson. He had that helmet on. I see nothing. I see nothing. You remember laughing, Genevieve?
No.
Really?
I know what you're talking about.
Oh. Well, I'm not going to ask you your age, but I can't be. But Laugh-In was a great show. And it had Goldie Hawn in it, and it was fantastic. Dan Rowan and Dick Martin.
Isn't that the one that Richard Nixon
Yes.
did a guest? Okay, yeah.
That was great. That was good. So, wow. So,
What have I gotten myself into talking about?
I know you kind of came in at a weird time in the show, but hey, it's been a weird show. It's been great. So, all right, so much to talk about, but I think the issue that I think is important to you and you guys up at Heritage as you're watching this go on, and they're at dailysignal.com, is this Democrat effort led by Schumer to obstruct the Trump cabinet.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty unprecedented, Jamie. And the reason it matters a lot because we got a lot to do. I mean, the reason people elected the folks they elected back in November was they think the country's on the wrong track. They want to see things like Obamacare repealed. But that means that Trump's nominees as cabinet secretaries have to be confirmed and put into their jobs so they can start doing this stuff. I mean, Congress has got a lot to do. The president can do a lot. But these agencies also have to get to work. And we're going to need the cabinet heads to do it. And what's unprecedented about it, if you reverse the clock 8 years ago, when the Democrats controlled the Senate, Barack Obama comes in, they confirmed 10 of Obama's appointees the very first week, 10 of them. And they did 9 of those by voice vote, meaning they just, people, yay, yay, nay, nay. I mean, it was a very quick process. You've got Schumer now saying, we Republicans better watch out because we're going to block at least 8 of them for as long as we can. We're going to really try to do all these different hearings, on and on and on. And they're the top posts. Tom Price in Health and Human Services, Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State, Betsy DeVos over at Education. I mean, you go down the list. They basically say they have beef with everybody, which is it's just not the way it's been done. It didn't happen for George W. Bush, didn't happen for Bill Clinton, didn't happen for Barack Obama, but they're really going to try to put up the roadblocks for Trump.
Yeah, that's the thing that really confuses me because to me, then, at this point, it's just an obstruction. I mean, and now here's the only thing I could figure that could be part of the game here. So Schumer's going out there, beating his chest and acting like he's a big shot and saying he's going to obstruct Trump's appointments. But to me, is it possible, and I'm probably overthinking this, but is it possible that Schumer's doing this knowing that they're going to get beaten on pretty much every issue, whether it be Obamacare, whether it be tax reduction, regulatory rollbacks, all those kind of things. So it's Schumer trying to salvage something in the way of, hey, we're a tough party and we're here, because it's the only thing he's got basically is this appointment blockage.
Well, to a great extent, yeah, but I mean, to be honest, Jamie, he really doesn't have that, and that's their Democrats' own fault.
Right.
You'll recall, Harry Reading Company passed this measure to change the rules in the Senate, saying you don't have to have 60 votes to get conferees through, which used to be the case. You only have to have a simple majority of 51. That was the Democrats who changed those rules. And so today, there are 52 Republican senators, and even if you lost 1 or 2 of them and had a tie, you've got Mike Pence as the vice president because he gets to come in. The Democrats don't get to block him. So that you really have 53 votes if you need them. So they're not going to be able to block any of these nominees if all Republicans or all but 1 or 2 vote for them. I mean, they can do things like say, well, not show up at like, say, committee hearings and stall and that sort of shenanigans. But in terms of votes, they really don't have it. And I think it's partially, this may be where they think they can fight the fight. I think more than anything, it's trying to show their base. Hey, we're still here. We're going to be real obstructionists. We're going to fight. But the truth is, I mean, to come out of the box like this, not even be fighting on issues, just be fighting on a. It's basically like they're rehashing the election.
Right.
They're
right.
almost saying, this isn't about fighting this policy or this piece of legislation. This is about fighting Donald Trump. Okay, you guys already fought that fight and you lost. he won. So he gets to have these comp-reads unless there's some egregious thing that you can find in their background. And to my knowledge, they don't have that on anybody.
Yeah, no, you're right. That's very interesting. So in the end, who do you think is going to pose the biggest problem? Or and again, I'll go back to strategy. So is Schumer saying we're going to just mess up all these 8 appointments because they're really actually going after one that they're very interested in delaying?
Well, it could be, but I mean, if I'm a strategist, I think that's a bad idea. I mean, if if you've got a couple of folks that you found some things on, or you really think votes they've taken or statements they've made are really going to shock the public, then why not zero in and focus on that? I mean, as you well know, people are busy. They're not paying attention, especially after we've just had an election. They're not following this stuff 24/7. So if you're trying to get people ginned up, you better have one or two messages you really keep pounding it over and over.
Right.
And if you've got 8 different folks, you're just, I mean, to me, again, it just looks like all you're doing is saying, doesn't matter who you nominate, we don't like any of them.
Yeah, right.
I kind of think the public sees right through that.
Yeah, I think most definitely. And Genevieve, thank you so much for that. DailySignal.com, Heritage.org, at Genevieve Wood. Thank you for a wonderful 2016. And we're looking forward, of course, to having you with us this year as well. Happy New Year, my dear.
If you're retired,